Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Volunteers will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. With jet sweep pass. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a 1st down play. The handoff to Johnson. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Guys, just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the 10. Keeps it and gets the first down. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They want to run it left here. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators.
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D. And a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Matthews. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Backs here. Unloads quickly. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And the defense drags him down.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath. or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The give out of the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
From the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. The give on the inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Thornton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
Give to the running back. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football. That last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll do it himself. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's got his man, and he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Gators come to the line in the hurry up.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Running back goes in motion. To the air, it's Lagway. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the lead.
Looking at a second and short now. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To To the ground to try to move the chains. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a 1st down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. With the catch, it's Jackson. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for the loss.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Obliterates him, still on the move. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Dropping back, it's Lagway. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Florida. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's just kind of the people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
They'll try the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's got it on the right. Running through contact. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw, using the quick game. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. And it's no good. He missed it. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been outstanding here in this 1st half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the freshman just threw it behind him that time.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return.
Volunteers will take over first and 10.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. To the air, it's Iamaleava. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
3 yards on the play. Brings up third down.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
With the score, Florida 14, Tennessee 3.
The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Hand off from the shotgun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Vols will hustle to the line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes his connection. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And he makes the grab at the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
He leaves it with his back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Fires to the right. It's complete.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page. And you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Working that left side now. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
The play-action fake. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Get it out on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They tried to set up that screen. The problem was, David, they left a big hole in it for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense. Like, that's a fool you play. That's a trick you play. It gets you to run up field, rush the passer, slip it behind you. The defense did not bite. Great play. Great job stopping them on third down.
Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Safe completion on the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Takes the easy completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, nice job there by the defender in coverage one-on-one with the running back out in the flat. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down. Gain of no yards.
They'll operate out of split backs. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block.
42 Spider. 4-2.
On the ground, it's Sampson. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going for a big play downfield. And stampeding through the defense. Touchdown ball! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. These guys just took a punch. Now we'll see if they can deliver one, Jesse.
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a dogfight here in the second half all of a sudden. So let's see what this offense has. Let's see who can step up here and make a play.
And I'm not concerned about the other offense. Just do you. Do what you've done to be successful throughout this game.
The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
DBs locked up tight on the receivers. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback going straight.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll run play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Pulls and fired complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Run in the red zone, it's Johnson. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 18, Florida 14.
On
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown Gators! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Number 2 in the end zone.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we have a final in the Red River rivalry between Oklahoma and Texas in Dallas. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down 1 possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the ball's moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Sends it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over.
They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
Well, they weren't able to come up with the completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
Gonna run it. It's Sampson. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
At the 36. 4th down coming up.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
How How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but weren't going to let it happen there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now the play fake. Now rolling to the left. He'll try to do it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run, and he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Four receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. After run, now throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
The Vols will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Gators sending the offense back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your...
And down he goes back with the 3.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The give to the back. Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Lagway. He looks that one in nicely.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The Gators send out the punt unit. Fair catch called for and made. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Off play action. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Selden.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
All knotted up and just a little bit of time left in regulation. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. They've got the screen set up. That's a 20, he's got space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Might as well give it to him again. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Florida! They jump on top here in OT. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Florida 28, Tennessee 21.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown.
Jackrabbit. Longer.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
3rd down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Fires left. Can't make the grab. The desperation 4th down play, and this one is over. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck. And you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game.